This is going to be a quick video review of these Crocs. These are the Motion Clogs, again by Crocs. So let's take a quick look at these. So what I have here in front of me is one of the pair of size 9s that I was sent, and I thought I'd just highlight some of the aspects of these clogs with you. So to begin with, materials used look like it's a combination most likely of EVA. So again, I don't have a physical description of the materials, but it certainly feels like it's got quite a bit of EVA, potentially some rubber as well, especially for the upper. So let me go over some of the aspects of these particular clogs. Beginning with the outsole here, what I like about these is that they do have treads which are perpendicular to the motion of direction. So if you're walking forward, it's good to see that they have these, which work well in scientific tests with respect to slippage. So whenever you're looking for treads, certainly finding something that's perpendicular to the direction of motion is helpful. They've got this covered, and it's well done here. Additionally, they've got these little nubs here, which are designed to add further grip. They do a good job to grip the ground of smooth surfaces. I've walked with these in the house as well as outside, and they've performed pretty decently with respect to moisture. With respect to that, I have used these in the conditions where snow has melted, and so they do a pretty good job in relative light amount of moisture. Have not tried these in any sort of circumstances where there's been something significant in terms of moisture on the ground. But in terms of light moisture, these work out pretty well. So pretty safe to walk with these in my opinion, and they've performed well in that respect. Going on to the midsole area, first thing I want to draw attention to is the fact that this is fused together into a few pieces here. So it's a little bit difficult to see, and I'm just going to see if I can zoom in. There's actually a separate piece here which runs along here, and if I'm just to zoom out, it sort of runs like this and to the top, and then around the rear here you can see the back of the clogs here. You can see that there's also a physical point here that you can see clearly. This fusing is done really well. You can see that there's no defects or no issues with respect to that. Then you've got this insert here, which you can see is a portion that goes inside, and overall these are quite soft, and so they're pretty comfortable. Now moving on to the insert here, you can find that this is a really soft material. It's a little bit difficult to get a sense on camera just how comfortable this is. But when I mean soft, I don't mean cushy or too spongy. They are firm enough that they've got good rebound so that your feet are comfortable. I don't feel like they're sinking in into something like, say, two soft pillows, which would be probably a little bit unwise in terms of overall health for your feet. They've got these, again, nubs here on the inside, which are designed to basically give you additional comfort. And then what I really like about it are two things on the inside. One, you've got support for the arch, which is really important. And then you've also got this separation between your toes and the toe box and the remainder of the clog itself. So again, do like the way they've done that. In terms of the upper, you can see there's not much here to talk about the upper, other than the fact there are quite a bit of ventilation holes here. This I like, but what I don't like about the upper, which I find is probably an issue, or for myself anyways, is the degree or the angle here of just how far it drops off from your big toe towards your pinky toe here. For me, this is a little bit uncomfortable, and so this is going to be something you're going to have to determine in terms of the way your foot is shaped and whether or not this is going to be ultimately comfortable for you. For me, it's a little bit uncomfortable. Why? Because there's a second aspect to this that makes it a little bit uncomfortable, and it's this piece here, this sort of elasticized rubber strap here, which is designed to fit over your heel and grip your foot in place. For myself, I find that this is pushing my foot forward, and so it is actually bunching up my toes against the top or the front of the clog here, and so it does tend to feel a little bit uncomfortable for me. As a result, I've worn these basically like this since I've had them, because I feel most comfortable that way. Again, you can see that there's a difference. So if this was a size 9, which is what it is, you can see this is probably going to amount to something like a size 8 in terms of where it goes. But again, this is fitting over your heel, which is going to be sort of shaped like this, so it makes sense the way it is. However, for myself, it's a little bit too much, and it's pushing my foot forward a little bit too much, so it results in discomfort for myself. One solution would be to size up, which is something that I would consider. I know in the listing it actually says to size down. I'm actually of the opinion that I would rather size up than down. But this is all going to be determined by how this fits on your foot, and whether or not it works for you or not. It doesn't work for me, and so as I said, I've been using it like this, where it's fine, and I have the freedom to I don't have any issues with respect to my toes getting bunched up at the front of the toe box. But overall, this is a pretty nice clog. Again, it's fused really well. I just want to again point that out, that this is one of the better ones that I've reviewed in terms of something like a sandal or a slipper or something of this nature. And so really well done by Crocs there. Again, the one complaint that I have is this strap, which doesn't work for me, but everyone's going to have to make that determination on their own in terms of what is ultimately most comfortable for you. Again, the outsole is done well, and so is the upper in terms of ventilation. It's just the way that it's constructed, and whether or not this is something that's going to fit your foot shape in particular. Finally, again, I just want to just summarize the fact that there is good rebound to this. There isn't that sort of squishy feel when you walk and you step and your foot then sinks into the insert, which can cause a bit of a rebound issue. With these, they've done this well, so I'm quite satisfied with them when it's in this configuration, not so much when it's this configuration. So ultimately, my suggestion is sizing up, but this is going to be a determination that each of us are going to have to make on our own. So anyways, this has been just a quick little video review of these Crocs, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one.